3 bedrooms, 1 level with a great meadow view and gorgeous Saddle Lake Farms. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty. Call on Colleen.
This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday, the 9th of November. A tropical, really a hybrid type system will bring a good soaking rain to Alabama tonight and tomorrow, but after that, things get pretty quiet again. Let's talk about the weather. Let's start off with our Gulf Shores Sky Cam. As Tropical Storm Ida approaches the coast, as you might expect, it's a little windy, a little wet down there. And that's the case all up and down the Gulf Coast. But again, as this thing gets over cooler water and really expands and becomes more of a hybrid mid-latitude system, the danger of any major damage is very, very small. There could be a few power outages down there, maybe a bit of flooding, but nothing like it would be if this were August. Here's the Battleship Alabama Skycam from Mobile Bay. Light rain falling there. And up the road a bit in Escambia County, that's the Atmore Skycam. And again, rain falling up into southwest Alabama. And it will be raining this afternoon and tonight and breezy as well. And there you go. You see a big picture. You can see the whole southeastern states kind of covered up by moisture from the really system that is evolving from Hurricane Ida of yesterday to a more mid-latitude system that will be breezy and wet for much of the deep south. Check the radar from Mobile. That's at 1:16 this afternoon. You can see the northern edge of the more extensive rain running from near Chatham up to about Uriah and Fort Deposit down in South Alabama. And again, all of that is lifting slowly north. And you can see bands of heavier rain down to the south of Mobile Bay. Here's the larger composite showing the rain over much of the Florida Panhandle as well. Take a look at the isobars. You can see the lowest pressure on this graphic is 1,007 millibars south of the mouth of the Mississippi River, that thing moving north. And again, we'll have an east wind. The winds on the Gulf Coast could be up in the 40, maybe 50 mile per hour bracket at times, but as this thing broadens out, the winds will probably be in the 30 to 40 mile per hour bracket down there tonight. And again, we don't think that'll be enough to cause any major damage. Here's a look at the big picture, and you can see how the thing just looks. It does not look like a hurricane at all, and of course it's not. It's a tropical storm, and it's making that conversion from the classic warm core to more of a cold core system in time. And on the water vapor shot, you can see how dry air is indeed working into the back edge of that thing. So it's the combination of dry air and the environment around it, cool water. And speaking of that, take a look at the SSTs. The water at Gulf Shores, 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not supportive of tropical storms or hurricanes. But that and the upper air wind will cause this thing to continue to weaken. There's a look at the official track from the Hurricane Center. They've got it coming in tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Dauphin Island is a tropical storm, but again, it doesn't make a lot of sense to look at those dots because this thing will be very broad and spread out, just a big old bag of wind and rain down there for the Gulf Coast. And I think at modeling, and really a lot of the models turn it to the right pretty hard right there over Mobile Bay and then bend it back to the southeast down toward Tampa Bay. A few of them, the outliers, still want to carry it northeast, but the better scenario is the sharp turn to the right. Look at the NAM. Just wanted to show you a loop of that. That's the 12Z run of the NAM, North American Mesoscale model. And again, you can see what that thing's doing. It brings it up to the Gulf Coast and does an immediate right-hand turn. And quite frankly, it's interesting in that the NAM keeps really the bulk of the heavy rain over the southern half of the state with very little rain for the Tennessee Valley. I mean, north of Birmingham, if this is right, we're talking really nothing for Huntsville and Cullman and places like that. Let's look at the RPM model. This is the exclusive model to us in-house, and you can see it's slower, and it brings the heavier rain up through south and southeast Alabama, really the axis of the heavier rain from about Mobile up to about Anniston. The farther northwest you go, the lighter the amounts will be. If you're up in the shoals, I don't think you get much from this thing at all. Jasper, Fayette, Millport, you'll get some rain, but probably not that much. I think this RPM has the best solution with the heaviest rain over south, and then ultimately east Alabama as the thing turns to the east. And we'll peek at the QPF graphic coming from INSEP, and I think that pretty much agrees with the RPM, heaviest rain axis from Mobile Bay up to about Anniston. I don't know if we get 5 inches. I think that's still too aggressive. That certainly makes more sense than the map they had this morning. I would say 1 to 2 inches likely for the Interstate 20 corridor, with amounts of maybe 3 to 4 down to the south in that zone. So we'll see. I don't think it'll be enough for any major flooding, but the Weather Service does have a flash flood watch up just as a precaution. We'll look at the GFS. This is at 1 o'clock or 12 noon tomorrow. That's the upper level chart, the Vortmax over north central Alabama. The surface low is down to the south, and this is still suggesting heavier rain tomorrow morning over the east central part of the state. Roanoke, Wadowee, Anniston, Ashland, Lineville, if this is right, getting the heaviest rain. And, of course, that moves out tomorrow evening, and then by Wednesday, it's all gone. Over the Atlantic coast, should be a beautiful day here, kind of breezy maybe on the backside of that, but the sky becoming mostly sunny, highs in the low to mid-60s. Thursday, nice day. Mid to upper 60s. Friday should be around 70. Beautiful day. Great night for the playoff games, high school games Friday night. And Saturday, starting off the weekend, looks nice for college football. Sunny with low, maybe mid-70s in spots, much like last Saturday. Now, Sunday, the GFS is showing a very strong trough out there across the heartland, a warm ridge over Florida. We're kind of in between all of that, so it should be a nice day on Sunday, but then it brings in that chance of showers and thunderstorms on Monday. So if this keeps up, we'll look at doing that in the forecast package for Monday of next week. For the moment, we have it dry. We might wait for one more run. And at the end of the forecast, out there toward Thanksgiving, this is the 25th of November, strong negative tilt shortwave digging down through here. If that's right, that would be wet and potentially stormy. The one thing we do not see, and there's been good consistency, no sign of any really cold air around here for the next 16 days. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.